Katie Porter is the best thing to happen to the Republican Party in California. If you don't know who or what I'm talking about, Katie Porter is one of the more notable Democratic gubernatorial nominees or candidates for California's election in 2026. Katie Porter is the manifestation of everything that the left accuses the right of being. Her ex-husband accused her of domestic violence, not just verbally, but abusing him physically as well, saying that she threw a boiling pot of potatoes at him. This is who the left will be championing as their governor in California. She recently had an interview with a journalist who asked her an extremely simple and basic question. Hey, as a Democrat, how are you going to win over the Republican vote? She couldn't answer the question. She freaked out on the journalist.
Candidates, do you think you need any of those 40% of California voters to win? And you're saying, no, you don't.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote I can. And what I'm saying to you is that,
well, to those voters. Okay. So you,
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Okay. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with them?
Nope. Not like this. I'm not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered.
I don't care. I don't care. I want to have a pleasant, positive conversation in which you ask me about every issue on this list. And if every question you're going to make up a follow-up question, then we're never going to get there.
Ms.
And
Porter,
we're just going to circle around.
I am an investigative
I have never had to do this before, ever.
You've never had to have a conversation with
to end an interview.
Okay, but every other candidate has done this.
What part of I'm me? I'm running for governor because I'm a leader. So I am going to make...
So you're not going to answer questions from reporters? Okay, why don't we go through? I will continue to ask follow-up questions because that's my job as a journalist, but I will go through and ask these. And if you don't want to answer, you don't want to answer. So nearly every legislative...
I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you. And I don't want this all on camera.
And we don't want another unpleasant experience with our governor. Think about what she just told us with this interview. The only high-stress situation that she can handle is domestic abuse.
I'm running for governor because I'm a leader.
Could lose. Get out of my shot.
Because I'm a leader.
Bernard, I need you to turn these off. These that are killing me. Yes, we should have. Yes. Okay, everybody, I'm not that dark.
I'm running for governor because I'm a leader. This allegation of groomer and pedophile, it is alleging that a person is criminal somehow and engaged in criminal acts merely because of their identity, their sexual orientation, their gender identity. I'm a leader.
So on election night, I went to pick up my daughter from water polo practice, and she's 12, and she got in the car and she was crying. And I said, did someone punch you? Like, water polo's a rough sport. I was like, did someone hit you? Did the coach yell at you? What happened? And she said, Mom, Trump won. Trump's gonna win. And what if I get raped and I need to have an abortion? This is from a 12-year-old.
I'm running for governor because I'm a leader. I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it.
Here's a little message to all my Californians out here, right? We're here in California, right? We are of the average Californians, right? Whether you're male, female, whether you're man, woman, right? Whether you're gay, straight, black, white, Asian, whatever you are. I don't care if you're conservative or liberal, Republican, Democrat, whatever you want to call yourself. I consider myself a libertarian. Who cares? At the end of the day, no matter who you are, what you are, and what you think, right? I know that we've all been going through the same bullshit as Californians. So, at what point do we say, I want to call it, California politicians ain't doing shit for us. I'm going to call it. At what point do we just stop going with the same old narrative that they keep feeding us as Californians and choose something better? At what point does that happen? This bitch, first of all, she looks like a thumb with a bob haircut. She looks like a thumb. I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, looks shouldn't matter when it comes to actual politics, when it comes to policies, when it comes to running our government and making our lives as Californians better. None of that should matter, right? But she looks like a thumb. But when do we say, you know what? We want to call it. We don't want this person to be this, this, and this. When do we say, you know what? These people don't have our best interests at heart. They don't have our best interests in action. When do we get to call it? Because if we don't call it, we end up with a thumb with a bob haircut who is accused of domestic violence against her ex-husband. Chad Bianco for governor.
I think by now we've all seen this absolutely unsurprisingly disastrous video of Katie Porter resurface.
What I'm saying to you is that,
Well, to those voters, okay, so you...
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Okay. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered
I don't
our
care.
follow-ups.
I don't care.
And then the one that shortly followed after that of her telling her staffer to get out of her effing shot.
And other problems, and the state could get out of my fucking shot. Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot. Okay, I'm going to start again with electric vehicles saving us money.
I'm just here to state the obvious that this is absolute normal and expected Democrat behavior, and this woman is unfit to be the next governor of California. She will make Gavin Newsom look like the best thing in the world. This November, you need to vote no on Prop 50, and coming up in June, you need to vote for Chad Bianco for governor.
Good morning, California. It's Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco and Denise.
Good morning. We are coming to you on the campaign trail in Yuba City, California, having some pretty wonderful coffee this morning.
Absolutely. Enjoying our coffee, enjoying each other, enjoying the news from yesterday. And social media is blowing up. Thank you, Katie Porter, for exposing who you truly are, what you really have been for a long time. But now everyone is finding that out. So we appreciate it. One of the comments about you being a leader, not so much. Furthest thing from a leader. A leader actually cares about the people that they represent, cares about the people that work for them, the people that work with them. And that's why California is coming toward me in this campaign.
I want to say this. During the pandemic, California's law enforcement, up and down California, from Northern California all the way down to Southern California, law enforcement of all aspects were ordered to, if you see somebody out in the street walking with no mask on during the pandemic, law enforcement was supposed to stop you and I guess arrest you or something like that, maybe give you a ticket. I don't exactly remember how it went down, right? But Chad Bianco was the only sheriff, only leadership in law enforcement up and down California that said, I'm not going to do shit. Don't do nothing. Don't let them be. Let them be free. Walk freely.
Hello, I'm Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco. We have all recently learned of the new regional approach to combating COVID-19 and the pending closure and stay-at-home orders from our governor. We were also told there was a potential he would be withholding federal and state funding from counties who did not enforce the orders. Ironically, it wasn't that long ago our same governor loudly and publicly argued how wrong it was for the President of the United States to withhold federal funding from states not complying with federal laws. The dictatorial attitude toward California residents while dining in luxury, traveling, keeping his business open, and sending his kids to in-person private schools is very telling about his attitude toward California residents, his feelings about the virus, and it is extremely hypocritical. These closures and stay-at-home orders are flat out ridiculous. The metrics used for closures are unbelievably faulty and are not representative of true numbers and are disastrous for Riverside County. When the medical field is so split about this virus, it might be time to employ a little common sense. Keeping money and support from our hospitals who are struggling with normal, seasonal increases in patients coupled with COVID-19 patients is irresponsible. It appears part of the new goal is to shift attention away from his and others' personal behavior with a do as I say, not as I do attitude by turning public opinion against California sheriffs. He is expecting us to arrest anyone violating these orders, cite them and take their money, close their businesses, make them stay in their homes, and take away their civil liberties, or he will punish all of us. I believe that all jobs are essential to someone. Leaders do not threaten, attempt to intimidate, or cause fear. Bullies do. As has been our position from the beginning of this pandemic, the Sheriff's Department is asking and expecting Riverside County residents to act responsibly and do what they can to protect themselves and their family from contracting the virus. Wear your mask and practice social distancing. While the governor's office and the state has threatened action against violators, the Riverside County Sheriff's Department will not be blackmailed, bullied, or used as muscle against Riverside County residents in the enforcement of the governor's orders.
That right there, when I heard about that, because I really didn't care too much about who was law enforcement around here. I live in Indio, California, Riverside County. Chad Bianco is the Riverside County Sheriff. And when that happened, I was like, hell yeah, dude. Whatever this guy's running for, I support him. So when I found out at the Trump rally that he was running for governor, that's my choice. I mean, it's a no-brainer for me, right?
We have been given the absolute non-existent train to nowhere from Gavin Newsom. The last thing we need in the governor's office is a train wreck. So thanks for your support on this campaign. Katie, you're my biggest supporter right now. Appreciate it. And you all enjoy your day, and we'll see you out on the campaign trail.
Cheers.
It's your boy King Chiro. Thank you for watching. Remember that you're loved, and remember to be great every day, because tomorrow is never promised. Peace out, y'all.
Every day you wake up, you got a decision to make. To go right or left, up or down, right or wrong. At the end of the day, you make the decision. Nobody forces you. So make the right decision. Make moves, set the goals. Stop making excuses, man. And if it look like a duck, walk like a duck, and sound like a duck, it's a duck. Stop guessing. Just do the right thing. You heard? You hear me? I love y'all. Stay positive. Love one another.
All right. Yeah, we're doing very well. We're right where we wanted to be at this point in the game. We just had the GOP convention, and it was very obvious all weekend and leaving there that I am the front runner, and I will be the Republican choice come next spring when we have to go into the primary election. But the reality of this election, and what I've been saying all along, is I'm not doing this for the Republican Party, and it's not for the Democrat Party. This is for California. I am sacrificing my sheriff position to make sure that I can do something for Californians. This isn't going to be a party election.